Hello everyone, today we are going to be talking about speed, velocity and acceleration. Let us start with the topic speed. Before we start with the topic speed, I would like to share this story of hare and tortoise with you all. As you know that in this story they start from a common destination, but the tortoise wins because it travels in a higher speed. That means it covers larger amount of distance in less amount of time. So if hare had not slept on its way, who do you think would have covered more distance? Speed tells us how fast or slow an object is moving. Like earlier, we saw that tortoise won the race because it was traveling in a higher speed than the hare. We use distance and time to calculate speed. So the formula is V equals to S upon T. That here V is speed, S is distance and T is time. Let us now talk why speed is a scalar quantity. In physics, all the physical quantities are divided into vector and scalar quantities. Vector quantities are the quantities which have both magnitude and direction. Velocity, displacement are some of the examples. Scalar quantities are the quantities which have only magnitude. Speed, distance are some of the examples. Speed is a scalar quantity because we do not indicate the direction of the object. We do not specify it. Let us now talk about SI unit of speed. We know that speed is distance upon times. The SI unit of distance is meter. SI unit of time is seconds. So the SI unit of speed is meters per second. It can also be measured in kilometers per hour or centimeters per second depending upon the speed of the object. This is the speedometer. It calculates the speed and odometer calculates the distance. Let us now talk about types of speed. First type is uniform speed. Uniform speed, just like uniform motion, is there when an object covers equal distance in equal intervals of time. So let us look at the example. If the object travels 50 km per 1 hour, 100 km in 2 hours, that means the speed is uniform, that is 50 km per every hour. The graph of uniform speed is a straight line. If the object covers unequal distance in equal intervals of time, it is said to have non-uniform speed, like this table. 10 km in 1 hour, 20 km in 2 hours, 45 km in 3 hours, 50 km in 4 hours. So these are the speeds at every instant. So these are called as instantaneous speed. We will now learn about average speed and how to calculate it. So the first hour it is 10 km, second hour 20, third hour 45. So now we are going to add all the distances and all the time. So average speed's formula is total speed divided by total time. The answer we get is 31.25 km per hour. Let us read it. Average speed is the sum of distance traveled and time taken by the object at every instant of time. For non-uniform speed, we mostly calculate average speed. We now know that the speed can never be negative because plus or negative sign shows us the direction of the object and speed is a scalar quantity. It does not show us the direction, only the magnitude. Plus or negative sign shows us that it is positive or negative. I want you to solve this problem and then watch the speed video which is given in the description. We calculate speed as distance upon time. Distance is a scalar quantity, so speed is also a scalar quantity. But now velocity is a vector quantity. We also specify direction. So we are going to use the term displacement instead of distance. So velocity's formula definition formula is velocity is the displacement of the object divided by time interval. That is v equals to k minus u upon t. Now let us look at the SI unit of speed. SI unit of speed and velocity are just the same. SI unit of displacement is meter. SI unit of time is second. So SI unit of velocity is meters per second. In day-to-day language, we use speed more because these terms can be interchangeable only when the object is traveling in a constant speed in a straight line without changing its direction. We know that displacement of object can be zero if the object does a round trip. Let us look at this example. If a boy travels 3 km from his home to a shop and comes back to his house, its velocity is zero because the displacement is zero, but distance is 3 km. So from the above example, we can conclude that k minus u by t, 0 by t, is 0 km per hour. Velocity can be zero, but speed can never be. If the object travels on a straight line, if the speed is constant, if the object does not turn back or change its direction, these are only the conditions when the velocity and speed can be used interchangeably. If the object is moving in a horizontal or vertical direction, it shows us the direction of the object, that is velocity. But since speed is a scalar quantity, we do not use the direction. Look at the difference between speed and velocity. Now let us talk about types of velocity. The first type is uniform velocity. The velocity does not change in equal intervals of time. That is, it is constant. There is no acceleration. We call this type of velocity as constant because there is no change in velocity whatsoever. We can see in the graph that there is no change. That is, the object is a straight line parallel to the x-axis. That means there is no change in velocity. Now let us talk about non-uniform velocity. It is complete opposite to uniform velocity. In this, the velocity changes. It can change as uniform or non-uniform rates, which will come to later. The direction of velocity may also change in these cases. It is just that there is change in velocity. A change in velocity, it can be uniform, non-uniform, positive or negative, depending upon upon velocity. Now let us talk about average velocity. Average velocity similar to speed. It is total in this case displacement divided by total time. So in non-uniform velocity, the average velocity is total distance divided by total amount of time to taken to travel. The formula is u plus v divided by time. Initial velocity plus final velocity divided by time. I request you all to watch the video given in the description. Now let us talk about acceleration. Acceleration is the rate of change in velocity. We discussed in non-uniform velocity that it can be uniform or non-uniform. Thus this change is called as acceleration. This is present in non-uniform velocity because there is change in velocity. The formula of acceleration is a equals to final velocity minus initial velocity by time. Now let us talk if acceleration is a vector quantity. We have discussed that velocity is a vector quantity. So acceleration is nothing but change in velocity. So it is also a vector quantity. SI unit of acceleration is as follows. SI unit of velocity is meters per second. SI unit of time is second. So the SI unit of acceleration is meter per second square. As we have discussed earlier, that change in velocity can only occur when the speed or direction of the object is altered. So there are four main types of acceleration: uniform acceleration, non-uniform acceleration, positive acceleration or acceleration, negative acceleration or retardation. It can be also called as deceleration. So now first we are going to discuss about uniform acceleration. When the acceleration increases in uniform rates, that is velocity is changing at uniform rates, that we have discussed in non-uniform velocity, that if the object increases at uniform rates, it is called as uniform acceleration. It only occurs in non-uniform velocity, as we have discussed. It is the type of velocity in which velocity changes. The graph of object having uniform acceleration is a straight line. Now let us talk about non-uniform acceleration. If the velocity is changing at non-uniform rates, the object is said to be in non-uniform acceleration. The non-uniform acceleration only occurs in non-uniform velocity because the object changes its velocity only in that type of velocity. The graph of object traveling with non-uniform acceleration is a parabola or a curved line. Now let us talk about positive acceleration. This type of acceleration is present when the object has same direction of the motion or when the velocity of the graph is increasing. Positive acceleration does not mean that both of the velocities should be in positive direction. Both can also be in negative. Since we know that negative and negative become positive, we can say that positive acceleration does not depend on the sign of the velocity. Now let us talk about negative acceleration. When the direction of the object is opposite to the direction of motion, it is called as negative acceleration or retardation. It can also occur when the velocity of the graph is reducing. In this graph, the point from C to D is shows us the retardation or deceleration of the object. Thank you all for watching this video.